So every year, Congress updates contribution limits. Sometimes they stay the same, sometimes they increase. So in 2025, the contribution limit for 401ks and other qualified plans will increase by $500. So not a huge increase. It'll go from $23,000 to $23,500. That's for any age, so that's regardless of if you're over 50 or under 50. A lot of people think that's not a very meaningful increase, so why bother? But the reality is even if you just did that extra $500 a year from 30 through age 65 and you've invested it, that will add an additional $75,000 or so to your future account balance. So it's kind of nice. It isn't that much, so why not do it, right? The catch-up contribution, and that applies to people over 50, the age of 50, is not changing. So that limit is staying $7,500 a year. It's advisable for most individuals who cash flow-wise can afford it. Yeah, contribute the extra amount, do the catch-up. Congress came up with an interesting wrinkle, which becomes effective in 2025, and that is for those individuals who are ages 60, 61, 62, and 63. You can actually contribute $11,250 as your total catch-up. So it's an extra $3,750 for those 4 calendar years that you can contribute more funds into your retirement account. But then when you turn 64, you drop back down to the smaller threshold, which today it's $7,500. Why? It seems so bizarre. I'm sure there's some mathematical reasoning around it. I'd like to think Congress is thinking that, well, maybe people who are 60 years old, juniors finally out of the house and out of college, maybe we have a little extra money that we can start shoveling into our retirement account. But I don't know if that's the reason Congress came up with this or not. But that's an interesting wrinkle that takes effect in 2025. So for anyone who is 60 years old through age 63, begin to plan now. You may have already submitted your elections through your work. If not, you can always change those throughout the year with your 401k provider. But if your cash flow can support it, typically deferring more is a good thing to do. Whether or not that's going into a pre-tax 401k or a Roth 401k, that's really where the analysis is really important. But at least getting the extra money deferred generally is a good thing to do.